This is Claude Tag. Watch this. I type something into Slack, close my laptop, go off and make some coffee, and by the time I'm back, the task is done. Whether it's informing my team about something, or writing a line of code, or even fixing or updating a bug and making a pull request into GitHub, all of this is possible. This is Claude Tag, and Anthropic only just shipped it. In this beginner tutorial, I'll show you why I think it's the biggest change to how we work since Claude Code was released, what's different, and the fact that it's not just a chatbot inside Slack, it's actually a teammate that lives inside your channels. Anyone can tag it, it remembers what you're doing and everything you've ever said, it even works while you sleep. So let's dive in and see what's so special about Claude Tag. Okay, Claude Tag is available presently to Teams and Enterprise members, so I've got a Creator Magic team account here that can actually access it. To get rolling with this, you'll get into your organization settings and hit Claude Tag right here. Now, this is where you can connect to your Slack workspace. It's actually really easy. In just 3 steps, you're guided through it. First of all, you click to install Claude for Slack. Then you tag at Claude Connect. It will give you a special keyback that you paste in here. And then ideally you'll give it access to your whole workspace. You can restrict it to a specific channel if you wish. And then you click Next to connect into Slack. So that I don't interfere with any of the team's work here, I've created a private channel called Claude Tag Test so we can send the first message. Now it's important, if I just type hi, I won't get a response. And also it's very important that Claude Tag is in the channel you want it to talk in. So if I say at Claude, you there, even though I tagged it, it's not going to reply to me because I mentioned them and they're not in this private channel. So you have granular control, choosing where Claude appears and where Claude doesn't. So in order to get Claude invited, I'll click up to the members in the top right, go to integrations, add an app, and there you go. You see Claude is already installed and ready to go. Just click add, and that's done. Claude is now available and I can tag at Claude. Hello. Stand by, you'll see Claude is organizing, processing, and doing all of its Claude-like stuff. There you go. You see not only has it replied inline up here, but it also said, just joined, reading up on what's going on here now. I'll come back with a few things I can pick up in a thread. Wow, this is really cool. Okay, let's look at this thread. Hey, Mike, what can I help you with? Okay, now this is the powerful thing. Look, already Claude is responding down here, and it's actually made an informational thread about everything here. It's contextual, it knows everything, and the more you use it, the more valuable it becomes inside your team and your company. So over here, you can see it realizes that this is a sandbox. It realizes that the tires are being kicked here. So here's where I'd start. Take a repo for a spin, summarize a busy thread, or answer how does X work question. I can be as proactive as you like. By default, I stay in the background. First of all, though, I think it's important to clear up what the new agent identity is, because the old way, OpenClaw, Hermes, and other things would be act as the user, right? The agent borrows your Google account, your GitHub credentials, and acts on your behalf as you. Now, that obviously breaks for a team. If there are, say, 3 of us sitting there in a channel, whose accounts does it use? Does it use my Gmail account? And can anyone query what's in my inbox? And that also breaks for autonomy, right? The agent keeps working after you log off, and that's the point. Claude gets its own accounts set up by an admin and tied to the workspace. It posts inside Slack as the Claude app. It will even take a look at all open pull requests and triage them on a GitHub repo, and if you give the say-so, it will go ahead and merge them into the develop branch or wherever it is you're working. Now, because there are no personal credentials in play, a shared channel can never become the side door into someone's own login and documents and so on. Okay, let's do some more with Claude Tag. So as you'll see here inside organization settings for the Claude account and Claude Tag, I've got the possibility to set everything up here. Access bundles for Creator Magic, and at the moment Claude Tag is inside my Tank core team, so it can access some GitHub repos and so on. But perhaps I want to add a different access. I can add a channel to Creator Magic here, and that will be the channel ID from my Slack account. And I'll just go ahead and copy this channel ID from the end of the URL up here. So back over here, I paste that in, say that it's Claude Tag Test, like so, can give it a description, and even a system prompt like, you always talk like Morpheus from the Matrix. Let's save that and we'll go back and test it out in Slack. Let's have another chat. Claude, what is life about? And then Claude should pick that up very soon. Immediately search online. Boom, we've got a reply here. Let's have a look. Let me tell you why we're here, because you know something. Something you can't explain. Oh my goodness. It's like talking to Morpheus from the Matrix. This is hilarious. Now, obviously, this is a funny example, but it means you can purely customize how Claude shows up in different channels. Now, it's important to say all along you can see which AI model from Anthropic is being used, and it's also important to say that under the Usage tab in your organization settings, you can see how much money is being spent, as this falls under extra usage credits and not the included plan that you pay for. You will need to top up your current balance, make sure you've got a healthy account balance so that Claude Tag can work continuously. You can obviously buy usage credits here with a discount depending on how much your team use it, and the best thing is you can switch on auto reload so that Claude Tag never goes dark. Okay, with that said, you can see that your organization can have Slack default, so you can add in loads of different apps here to the whole organization. That means every channel in Slack gets access to whatever you connect it to, or you can go into one particular channel and give access to certain things. This can be really handy because in a dev channel, you might want to link GitHub, and in a sales channel, HubSpot. Let's go ahead and add in a new bundle here for this Claude Tag test. Now you'll see there's a bunch of things I can add in. Let's call this matrix info, and then we can go into things like repositories. Now you'll see I've already connected my GitHub account so it can actually access different repos. No repos are presently connected here until I actually click connect. Now, if you want to add your GitHub organization, you can click down here. It'll take you through. Obviously, I'm already connected and can manage this connection. Now you'll see also under personal installations, I can connect my personal GitHub ID and link that somewhere else. For instance, maybe DMs with Claude in Slack. Okay, with that all done, I can actually go ahead and connect it to my Claude Tag test. This is now connected, and you'll see it's connected to all repos. Now I can do something really handy by saying @Claude, find all issues on tank, repo, and report here. And then Claude will go out and obviously do its thing, connecting to the Git organization and looking at the repo to bring me latest information. And again, it drops an eyes emoji just to say it's on the case, so very soon I'll have the report back. Now, while that's going on, back over here in the Claude organization settings, you'll see under audit logs, we can see everything Claude Tag is doing in our organization. For instance, under memory, nothing yet for Claude Tag test. I literally just set it up. But under tank core here, we already have the beginnings of a memory.md file, which starts the information on what exactly it should know. This is very OpenClaw-like, and essentially, I feel like this is OpenClaw or Homie's agent for business and teams. So now look at this, it's made a very sensitive file called tank-repo.md, and inside there it's recording everything that we're discussing about the tank repository on GitHub. This is awesome, meaning it doesn't have to go back and research every time, it just knows in its near-term memory exactly what is happening in the organization right now, and that is powerful. Okay, back over in Slack, I've had a chance to have a coffee, and look at this. We've got all sorts of issues open here, and we've got closed issues, what everyone is asking for. This is all summarized really, really easily. Now, as you can see, earlier in the week, I actually used this to merge in some pull requests. Claude did it seamlessly, reviewed the code, went through everything step by step, and came back to me later and said, it's all done for you. This is definitely the future of work. You have a new team member sitting there 24/7. All right, back to the fact that I don't want to put all of my personal Google accounts in here. Under the Access bundle here, I can add in tools like Asana, there's GitLab here, obviously the Google apps, a lot of stuff like HubSpot, Linear for planning, Notion, it's all available. But you don't go ahead and connect it to your personal accounts. You set something up specifically for Claude Tag. Imagine Claude Tag as an employee inside your organization. So everything in our organization runs through a Google Workspace account. So let's just give this a name, Morpheus, and we'll give it obviously a last name. It's got a primary email. Secondary email can go in here. We can even upload a photo. That will do nicely. And then I'll create that new Google Workspace account specifically for my new virtual employee. Thank you very much, Claude. And then get it all connected into Claude Tag. All right, this is done. Let's hook him in. First, we'll connect Gmail for my employee, and as you'll see here, I can give it different rights, such as email, read only, compose and modify. Let's give everything. And this is very important. Please ensure you are not using your personal Gmail account. We recommend creating a dedicated Gmail account for Claude to use. This is the same for all apps. It's not an agent acting on your behalf. It's a brand new creation, a brand new person or thing inside your team. So with everything scoped out here, I'll sign in with Gmail. Now we've got to give some OAuth access. That's absolutely fine, and continue. We now have Gmail connected, and we can do exactly the same for Drive and Calendar. All right, this is powerful. Now we have 4 things already connected to Claude Tag inside Claude Tag Test, the channel on Slack. We've got Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Drive, and all repositories inside Creator Magic. This is super powerful. My new employee, my new AI agent, can do lots of things for me inside Slack right now. Claude, email me the exec report, please. Okay, Claude is on it. And what is really interesting here is every single session with Claude Tag in Slack is actually a session playing right inside Claude Code. Have a look at this. Everything is agentic, runs through, calls tools, and does what you ask. Right now, it's running a task here. I can see everything that's going on, how long it's taking, so I have full, transparent information on what's going on. It's actually testing the Gmail, getting a 200. So it looks like very soon I'll have an email in my inbox, all orchestrated by Claude Tag using Claude Code under the hood. And no sooner did I tell you that, it actually just finished up and sent the email. And look at this, it's actually in my inbox from Morpheus. It's organized in such a clever way. This is so awesome. High-level reports, just a simple prompt away to your new virtual employee. Okay, let's take this further and use the calendar integration. Organize a Google Meet in 10 min about these issues. Save transcript to Drive. And that is actually kicking off 2 things in one. Not only do I get a calendar event that I can have Claude Tag invite my other teammates to, but it's going to transcribe and record everything in its Drive so we can reference the contents of that meeting at any time in the future. Okay, this is really cool. Look at this. In 5 minutes, a GitHub issues review is ready for me. I'll click join now. Now, the really cool thing is this meeting has been created and the agenda here even has all the Git issues we're going to talk about in this particular meeting. Okay, I'm Mike and I'm here to discuss GitHub issues. But actually, Morpheus, I'd really like you to know for this particular meeting that I'm particularly interested in eating bananas. Bananas as a smoothie made maybe with blueberries and Greek yogurt. If you could remember this so that when I ask you later on, you'll remember my favorite smoothie. For now, that's everything. No real GitHub issues in this meeting. It's just a small test. And with that done, I'll hang up on the Google Meet. Goodbye. Now we'll just wait for the meeting notes to drop into Morpheus's Google Drive and we'll be able to query them in just a moment. Now the meeting's finished, I can say at Claude, check Google Drive and tell me what was said in the meeting. Now, while that's happening, I can actually show you inside Morpheus's Google Drive. Here is the very short test with Mike identifying banana, blueberry, and Greek yogurt. The full transcript available too, and now back in Claude Tag over here. Yes, reaching into Google Drive, finding the record and what was said. We are guessing there, that's it, it's done, it's read the transcript, we should get a response, I found the doc, and yes, I'm here to discuss GitHub issues, but actually, I'd like you to know my favorite smoothie. It says I have this smoothie preference committed to memory, ask me later, and I will remember banana, blueberry, and Greek yogurt. Really cool stuff. Obviously, this is just kicking the tires of what Claude Tag can do, but I think you can see the potential of having this AI employee sitting in your company 24/7. Now look at this inside Claude Tag Test. My memory has been updated with the exact smoothie I like and even a Mike smoothie preference markdown file. This is where the memory grows over time and makes your Claude Tag more powerful. Final thing to mention, usage and spend limits can add up over time, so make sure you auto reload and also set a monthly spending limit so you can't go over a cap. That is Claude Tag in a nutshell. It's the new way of working with AI agents who hold their own identities. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited about the potential for this and the potential for it to remember everything I'm working on, everything the team I work with is working on. It's a pretty incredible new way of working with AI. Let me know what you think and how you'll be using Claude Tag down below in the comments. I'll also do my best to help you there. Thank you so much for watching, and YouTube is showing a video on your screen now you should watch next. Thanks.